When young Shaq is coming up, and obviously with you being at the school, I followed how you were raised and how you were brought up and what brought you to LSU. But what type of parents and leadership and guidance do you have to have when you have a kid who's obviously immensely talented, also just freaking huge? What I mean? What was that type of discipline like that allowed you to get to college, go to LSU, and then go on and be the type of athlete you were in the NBA?
His discipline is not allowed to be used today. They call it spanking, but mine was above a spanking, and I'm glad he did it. I'm not one of those guys, nah, thank you. Passed away 7, 8 years ago, and I'm sad because I never got to tell him thank you enough. I was a high-level juvenile delinquent. His only mission was to teach me to be a leader, not a follower. It all started, I actually started playing basketball because I watched a movie called Fisher Saved Pittsburgh, Dr. J. And I heard of Dr. J, but I was like, this is Dr. J? And my dad knew my love for Dr. J, so he said, okay, you're not really doing well in school. You do better in school, I'll take you to see Dr. J. So I managed to get all C's. We go to Madison Square Garden, because I'm from Newark, New Jersey. So, we go to Madison Square Garden, we at the top. It's my first time in the arena. I'm like, damn, this is nice. Dr. J goes baseline, throws it down, the crowd goes crazy. It's like a bunch of basketball guys just like enter me. Like I knew then that this is what I wanted to do. And my father was a military drill sergeant. You couldn't say hey or hi, you'd have to address him as sir. And like if you say sir and he don't respond, he don't feel like talking. So I was like, sir, I know what I want to do. And his words, I think I was like 12 or 13, if you listen to me, I'll make you one of the best big men ever. And that's how I started playing basketball. So it was a lot of discipline, a lot of love. And the best thing he taught me is to never be satisfied. I played football. I was tight end. I used to bring my trophies home on Saturday, and on Sunday, they'd be gone. And I couldn't ask where they was at, so I was like, then I go play basketball, get another trophy. And I go play baseball, and I do wrestling, and I do track. And so finally, when I get older, I asked him, I said, yo, man, all those trophies I won for you when I was little, why'd you take them away? And he said, because I never wanted you to be satisfied. And that's why I have the drive that I have now. Like, even when I get something right now, okay, cool, I'm on to the next thing. And that's because of that discipline and that love. And he also used a lot of fear. Like, it doesn't matter how much money I was making or what I was doing, he would always say, hey, what you gonna do if you blow your knee out? What you gonna do, this don't work out? What you gonna do if they don't offer you another contract? He'd always want me to have something to fall back on. Every time another athlete messed up, he'd bring it to my attention. The worst ass whooping I got was when Len Bias passed away. My father came in the house like Len Bias was my brother. He was going crazy. He was crying, and he was just grabbing me. Motherfucker, if I ever catch you doing coke, I'll kill you. And my young dumb ass, I was like, bro, we drink Pepsi. Right. So he just throwing me around, and he sat me down. He's like, look at this. He just threw his life away. That's why I don't mess around with no drugs, no alcohol, things like that. So, to answer your question, it took a lot of strong discipline, and I got touched up a few times, but only thing I could do is thank you. I've been able to live how I want to live and do what I want to do because I listen. His main thing, listen. Once I started listening, doors started opening up. My dream in high school was to make $8 million for 10 years, because that's how the money was. $800,000. I wanted a little house, I wanted a Jimmy Blazer, and I wanted a black Benz. That's all I wanted. But then as the game started changing, I was able to get $40 million my first contract. But because I listened and because I had that discipline, I ain't played basketball in 15 years, but I live a really, really good life.
Just going back, I want to talk about that discipline. Nick, you said ass whoopings.
I got touched up a lot.
And I got touched up too. And that's the thing right now. AP got in trouble for it. People there's spankings and there's beatings. How did you get that to your kids where there's discipline and then there's over the top?
I think I was really disciplined and spanked and beat because of the environment I was in. Projects in Newark, New Jersey, it's only 2-3 things you can do. Gangs, drugs, just doing off the wall stuff, right? He didn't want that for me. So he would tell me something if I didn't obey. He would, and his thing was, before you get killed out there, I'm gonna kill you in here. Like, you gotta listen to what I'm saying. And like, once I started listening, man, doors started opening, dreams started coming true. Cause you know how we are as youngsters. Get out of here with all that. So my kids, they grew up in different environments. We don't have to talk to them like that. Yeah. Like my boys, all I gotta do is look, and they know I'm not playing. So they, instead of being daddy all the time, I'm homeboy with them. But when I gotta, get crazy, it takes 45 seconds. What'd I tell you? It look like I'm playing? So I don't have to do that with them. And, they understand. And then I could explain. Like my father, drill sergeant dealing with troops, when he come home, it ain't no explaining. Get that happy dad off the counter right now. And I go do something else. Didn't I tell you, so, with our kids, we can explain. And I said, hey man, don't do that again. If you do it again, this is what's gonna happen. And my girls, if I even look at them crazy, like they're gonna break all the way down.
Yeah.
Like if I even look at them, like they just go, ooh. So, but it's different. Like I've never had to spank or touch my children up.
That's because you was there.
My dad was there too.
And you keep saying, Pop, we all know the story. You keep saying my dad. That wasn't your dad, your biological dad.
Right. Yeah, but I don't believe in that because he raised me. And it's crazy, like I'm doing a documentary and I tell the story. I didn't even know he wasn't my real dad till I was 11.
Wow.
Yeah, because my brothers and sisters' last name is Harrison, and mine is Shaquille O'Neal. So I asked my mom one day, I said, hey, why are they Harrison and I'm Shaquille O'Neal? And she's like, baby. And then she told me the story. And then she said, you want to meet your real dad? I was like, cool. So we go right back where I came from, the projects in Newark, New Jersey. I'm like, I'm cool. Like, nice to meet you, sir. I'm cool. I got a house. I got brothers and sisters. I'm cool where I am. Then when I turned 18, the other guy showed up. At first, I was kind of upset with him, but after my dad passed away, my mother called me and she said, you need to go see your biological father. So we're starting to become closer, but I don't hold a grudge because my life went the way it was supposed to go. I live a really good life from a guy who's not even my biological father. He made me who I am today, so I have to respect that. I have to understand that, and I don't dwell on anything else.